Okay. Please pardon the interruption. I didn't mean to have to stop recording, but I was starting to lose my train of thought, and I had to put the burden down, so to speak. Now, spaciousness, translated by Keith Dowman with commentary of Longchenpa's Precious Treasury of the Dharma Dhatu, with emphasis upon awareness in the view and meditation rather than cause and result. Dzogchen exposition has a tendency to diminish the connotation of compassion that Bodhi mind brings with it due to its long sojourn in the Bodhisattva realm. Compassion in Dzogchen implies the four boundless states of mind: loving, kindness, sympathetic joy, compassionate response, and equanimity, because these four affections are the natural response to the suffering of beings that arise in its spontaneous awareness. To repeat, Dzogchen emphasis on awareness and the view and meditation. The emphasis on awareness, view, and meditation rather than cause and result has a tendency to diminish compassion or the connotation of compassion due to the long sojourn in the Bodhisattva realm. Compassion in Dzogchen implies the four boundless states of mind. The four boundless states of mind in terms of compassion: loving, kindness, sympathetic joy, compassionate response, and equanimity. Equanimity. Let's see if we can memorize those now. All right, so we'll go. Well, first we'll get kindness, joy, JK, compassionate response and equanimity will be one. First, compassionate response and equanimity, joy, kindness. Okay, so it's loving kindness. Let's start with compassionate response. Compassionate response, equanimity. So C-E, compassionate response, equanimity, sympathetic joy, J, and loving kindness. Compassionate response, equanimity, sympathetic joy, loving kindness. These are the four boundless states of mind, because these four affections are the natural response to the suffering of beings that arise in its spontaneous awareness. Our own happiness manifests as these boundless qualities of Bodhi mind. Compassion is the six perfections of wisdom. So, compassion implies the four boundless states of compassionate response, equanimity, loving kindness, sympathetic joy, and the six perfections of wisdom and compassion. Compassion is the six perfections of wisdom: generosity, morality, patience, perseverance, concentration, and meditation. And so to memorize, let's go alphabetically. Concentration, generosity, meditation, morality. Concentration, generosity, CG, compassion, six perfections of wisdom. Concentration, generosity, meditation, morality. Concentration, generosity, meditation, morality, perseverance, patience, perseverance, PP. Concentration, generosity, meditation, morality, patience, perseverance. The nature of mind, Bodhi mind, naturally seeks the benefit of both oneself and others, and these activities of the Bodhisattva arise spontaneously, without effort, out of luminous mind. Finally, compassion is what is conducive to the enlightenment of all beings, insofar as the means and the keys to the ultimate recovery are beyond intellectual comprehension. There is no movement of body, speech, or mind that is excluded from possible induction of that benefit. Let's repeat that. Finally, compassion, in addition to the 6 perfections of wisdom, concentration, generosity, morality, meditation, perseverance, and patience, compassion is what is conducive to the enlightenment of all beings. It's conducive to the enlightenment of all beings, insofar as the means and the keys to that ultimate recognition are beyond intellectual comprehension. There is no movement of body, speech, or mind that is excluded from possible induction of that benefit. Now, to the reading. The nature of luminous mind. Luminous mind is all-inclusive. This is a page and a half. Luminous mind is not appearance. It goes beyond appearance. It is not simply emptiness. It goes beyond emptiness. Luminous mind is not appearance. It goes beyond appearance. It is all-inclusive. It is not simply emptiness. It goes beyond emptiness. It goes beyond emptiness. It is truly it is not, and then it is not truly. Let's discuss this. Luminous mind, the nature of the luminous mind, page 59 of Canto 4. The nature of luminous mind within Keith DOWMAN'S spaciousness. Luminous mind is not truly existent. It has no concrete attribute. It is not non-existent. It pervades all samsara and nirvana. It is not truly existent because it has no concrete attribute. The lasting attribute, everything is sort of disintegrates under close analysis, under examination. That's part of the literary, coup de grace, where they disintegrate modern thinking, is saying, well, there's no conclusion that lasts, and there's no permanent principles, there's no eternal righteousness. It's an arbitrary decision, and that's the most we can say about that. In other words, there's no universal morality, but there's a practical hold hands and work together that's available, and there's no, they're sort of denying physics, that there are universal principles in physics and mathematics, and the same applies for morality. Now let's go back into luminous mind. All right. It is not simply emptiness. It goes beyond emptiness. It is not appearance. It goes beyond appearance. The luminous mind is all-inclusive. It is not truly existent. It has no concrete attribute. It is not non-existent. It pervades all of the illusion of the world, the samsara and nirvana. Neither is nor is not. Its unremitting sameness is pristine in spaciousness. Neither is nor is not. Its unremitting sameness is pristine spaciousness. And without root, base, or substance, it is non-spatial and non-temporal. Pure presence, unbreakable, is the luminous matrix. Sky-like spaciousness, unalterable and unchangeable, saturates the now. As self-sprung awareness in the now, incommensurate in the now, unceasing, unborn, it is contained in the one soul sphere, indeterminate, all-embracing. It is zero-dimensional. The Vajra heart's core, motionless, unremitting sameness, all-suffusing spaciousness, neither doable nor undoable. This is not a domain that can be described in words, insight welling up as the presence intrinsic to every field. The adept free of discursive elaboration, vocal and mental, convinced that every field of experience is ineffable, entertaining neither meditation nor any object of meditation, need not eliminate either depressed or elevated thought. Okay, let's go back for the 2 paragraphs of the poetry. This is dense. The nature of the luminous mind from Spaciousness, translated by Keith Dowman of Longchenpa's Precious Treasury of the Dharma Dhatu, the radical Dzogchen of the Vajra heart. Pure presence, unbreakable, is the luminous matrix. Sky-like spaciousness, unalterable and unchangeable, saturates the now. As self-sprung awareness in the now, incommensurate in the now. Sky-like spaciousness, unalterable and unchangeable, saturates the now. Pure presence, unbreakable, is the luminous matrix. Sky-like spaciousness, unalterable and unchangeable, saturates the now. As self-sprung awareness in the now, incommensurate in the now, unborn, unceasing, it is contained in the one soul sphere. Unborn, unceasing, pure presence, unbreakable, the luminous matrix, sky-like spaciousness, unchangeable, pure presence, unbreakable, unalterable, saturates the now. As self-sprung awareness in the now, incommensurate in the now, unborn, unceasing, it is contained in the one soul sphere, indeterminate, all-embracing, it is zero-dimensional. The Vajra's heart core, motionless, unremitting sameness, all-suffusing spaciousness, neither doable nor undoable. This is not a domain that can be described in words. Insight welling up as the presence intrinsic to every field. The adept free of discursive elaboration, vocal and mental, convinced that every field of experience is ineffable, entertaining neither meditation nor any object of meditation, need not eliminate either depressed or elevated thought. In the reality of empowering being in the now, where concepts of self and other do not govern us, the 3 realms in themselves are Buddha fields of sameness. The victors of all time are self-envisioned purity. And everything indiscriminately partaking of that totality, not an iota of anything is to be attained elsewhere. All experience effulgent in the vast matrix of mind's nature, there is not the slightest movement out of actual sameness. Not an iota of anything is to be obtained elsewhere. Everything indiscriminately partaking of that totality, the victors of all time, are self-envisioned purity. All experience effulgent in the vast matrix of mind's nature, there is not the slightest movement out of actual sameness. Without inside or outside, without disturbing pulsation, luminous mind as the source dispels the darkness of extremes, and without need of doing anything precludes any deviation. People's unrealized strobe light perception in the mundane world and awareness of sublime forms in the now that is pure Buddha both arise within the creativity of pure presence as non-congealing display permeated by sky-like spaciousness, insofar as there can be realization of that spaciousness, or its absence, realization affords the pure perception of blissful Buddha, while non-realization delivers the ignorant dualistic propensities that manifest multifariously, yet still never stray from spaciousness. Luminous mind is the actual condition of everything, and attributes uncrystallizing, no matter what their variation, and it is evident as the pure spaciousness of inherently clear reality without sharpness or blur, as unrestricted pure presence. This self-sprung spacious matrix is translucent awareness in the now. It is evident as the pure spaciousness of inherently clear reality, without sharpness or blur, as unrestricted pure presence. Luminous mind is the actual condition of everything. Luminous mind without sharpness or blur, as unrestricted pure presence of inherently clear reality. This self-sprung spacious matrix is translucent awareness in the now. Luminous mind is translucent awareness in the now. It is the clear light unveiled without any outside or inside. Intrinsic presence is thus a marvelous mirror of mind. An intrinsic spaciousness is a precious wish-fulfilling gem, since everything occurs naturally without any quest. Self-sprung awareness in the now is the glorious source of fulfillment. Whatever innumerable transcendent qualities can be divine, all arise out of spaciousness as spaciousness, and all arise as sublime, non-crystallizing, skillful means. As unborn spaciousness, everything is spontaneously perfected, all material things transfigured by the emptiness of the luminous matrix, the emptiness adorned by the intrinsic presence of the luminous matrix. As unborn spaciousness, everything is spontaneously perfected, and all arise as some sublime, non-crystallizing, skillful means. Whatever innumerable transcendent qualities can be divined, all arise out of spaciousness, as spaciousness, arise as sublime, non-crystallizing, skillful means. As unborn spaciousness, everything is spontaneously perfected, all material things transfigured by the emptiness of the luminous matrix, the emptiness adorned by the intrinsic presence of the luminous matrix. In luminous mind in the now, there is no duality of appearance and emptiness, and in that non-dual detachment, far out magical illusion appears. Unborn spaciousness, lacking any time frame, remains an immutable matrix, undivided and uncompounded, and Buddha of all time as intrinsic, and Buddha of all time as awareness of pure presence, a luminous matrix of intrinsic presence saturating dualistic perception, remains, and in that non-dual detachment, far out magical illusion appears. Unborn spaciousness, lacking any time frame. There is no duality of appearance and emptiness in the luminous mind in the now. Unborn spaciousness, lacking any time frame, remains an immutable matrix, undivided and uncompounded, and Buddha of all time as awareness of pure presence, a luminous matrix of intrinsic presence saturating dualistic perception without inside or outside. Reality is spacious spontaneity. Thus ends the lesson. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. This is the 6-syllabled mantra to the medicine Buddha. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And it corresponds also to the 6 realms. And you want to be free of the afflictions, the poisons that correspond to the sins of omission and commission within those realms, such as the realm of the gods. Lazy, sloth, can overcome them. Demigods, jealousy, envy, humans, ignorance, animals, ignorance as well, or selfishness for humans, ignorance with animals, attachment for hungry ghosts, anger for hell beings. And then we went over pride and envy with the demigods. And Om Mani Padme Hum harmonizes those levels, those poisons within you, and basically transforms them into like a selfishness into compassion, hatred into peace of mind and serenity and unconditional love, etc. There you have it. Thank you. The next episodes, this would be 7.3, will be on return to Robert Ingraham's anti-slavery, anti-oligarchical, anti-tyranny mission of the American Revolution.